Good morning. The sun is just starting to rise. I'm here to pick some of these beautiful thimbleberries. The entire view is all thimbleberries. There are acres of thimbleberries here. This is going to be an experimental video. I'm just here to pick a bowl full, a small bowl, to add to my breakfast. And I want to talk to you about something spectacularly important while I'm doing this. So I wanted to get the whole thing in the shot because I don't have a camera person to help me, and I'm going to be traversing this whole thing while I'm picking the berries. So I'm going to be small and you're not really going to see me much, but it's not about seeing me. It's about participating in this with me, getting into the feeling and listening to the things that I'm going to share. We're going to talk about happiness and how a statement that is enshrined in a sacred document for the United States has actually been a curse for all generations to follow. And that statement is, that phrase actually, is the pursuit of happiness. That's actually a curse. It's possibly the most hazardous, dangerous, and effective curse that has ever been uttered or written in the history of our species. And what we see happening around us today is a testimonial to that. It is as a result of precisely that. This notion of, well, first of all, even just thinking along those lines, that somehow life is involved with the pursuit of happiness. Hopefully you can hear me okay as I'm contorting and twisting. I had a hard time figuring out how to get this microphone set up with all of my abundance of protection from the mosquitoes. At any rate, hopefully it's not too bad. Until very recently, until only a couple of centuries ago or so, that was not the way that we lived. Our lives were not dedicated to the relentless pursuit of happiness and hedonism and conspicuous wealth and all the rest of this nonsense that is so hazardous to us. But this isn't a superficial thing. I'm not simply going to be talking at this from that kind of a level of simple superficiality. That has nothing to do with it, with the cursed aspect of it. I just wanted to lay that out as a basic framework before we get deep. So let's get deep. Happiness. What the hell is happiness? What is it? And do we really want it? Because what is it to be happy? Now, I want you to really think about that. I'm not going to lecture you and I'm not going to hand the answers to you. I want you to come up with this on your own terms, in your own experience, in your own knowledge base, in the life that you have lived, and think about what is it to be happy? Just what is it? And what are the ramifications of it? How long does it last, if and when you actually experience it? Happiness, and especially the pursuit of happiness, is a plague. It's a curse, as I said earlier. And the interesting thing is that it's a drug. It's exactly like any other drug, where it creates dependency. Happiness can never last. It's impossible because it's an artificial state. It's one thing to be content or satisfied or fulfilled or motivated, but to be happy is sugar. That's all it is. It's a sugar rush. Oops, I'm sort of handing this to you. I didn't want to do that. At any rate, let's skip past that. Keep going. That was just a surface analysis. Think about happiness and think about whether or not it actually has any value. Because the happiness that I experience here, living alone in the forest for 10 years now, it's not the same thing that other people experience because I'm not pursuing it, and whatever the hell it may actually be is not even on my radar. There are moments of happiness, and you may think that I'm pursuing happiness right now by picking these berries, these beautiful berries that nature has provided. It's not for happiness' sake. And there's a difference between joy and happiness. We don't talk about these things. But when you live it, and when you live, if and when you may live as I do, in a state of awareness. I may be outside of the shot already. Well, I'm almost finished anyways. And I want to finish this video at the same time. So, forgive me if I'm outside of the shot. I'm almost done picking. Living in a state of awareness and contact with nature, contact with life itself, has a way of reshaping, well, not, it's actually correcting the harmful reshaping of our basic mode that has happened from society. And so living like this restores it to its original state, to its healthy state, so that when I wake up in the morning, I'm not thinking, or worse yet, let me finish that sentence and then get to the worst part. I'm not thinking about what I want to do to be happy today. Or worse yet, not thinking about it because I'm thoughtlessly doing it. Everyone is thoughtlessly running around like a chicken with its head cut off, chasing after happiness. What is happiness? Again, think about it at a deeper level. What is it about this state that people are so relentlessly chasing after? What is it that makes that happen? What is it that turns someone into, I don't want to be judgmental or anything, I'm just observing, and I'm trying to be as quick as possible because I want to have my breakfast and I'm pretty much finished picking. But I'm not finished explaining what I wanted to share with you. So I might as well keep picking while I'm doing that. What is it about that? What is it that turns people into zombies who are chasing after happiness? Which, ask yourself this question: does happiness actually exist? Or is it just an illusion? Is it a misinterpretation of a momentary influence. What is it that happens to us? What does it do to us? As I was saying, living this way has completely separated me from that pursuit. And so this bowl of berries, I'll get a little closer so maybe you'll be able to see it, especially against my green glove. This bowl of berries is not a sweet treat. This is for the nutrients within, the nutritional benefit for building my body. Because I'm living off of this place. And so it's just a wonderful coincidence that this happens to be a bowl of sweet berries. But there's potassium here, there's vitamins here, there's even calcium in these. And so this isn't happiness, this is health. And health of body, health of spirit and mind. And notice I'm pointing here as I say spirit, but it actually should be here because spirit is in your breath. It's the breath of the universe. And all of this green stuff right here is the engine for the oxygen. And so this is all life. Life in the bowl, life on the branch, and the other branch that provided this life that's in the bowl. And so as I look at the sun that is beginning to rise, the sunshine illuminating the massive cottonwood high above the other trees, and at the same time the mighty tulip tree, the Apollo of the forest, again tall above the other trees. I don't feel happiness, I feel love. Love for life. Consider, if you will, no matter what form of happiness, think about it. Think about any kind of so-called happiness and consider there's the commentary right there from the Peanut Gallery. Consider at what cost and to what, to whom. Everything is a whom. This is a whom. Happiness. Do you want it?